Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Joy's Kitchen. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope all is well. I truly do. Well, to my new subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to my channel, and welcome to Joy's YouTube family. I'm so glad to have you. And to those of you that's watching this channel for the first time, you know what to do. Go ahead and take the time to subscribe, and be sure to tap that notification bell so every time I upload a video, you want to be notified, because you don't want to miss out on none of these great recipes. And speaking of great recipes, I have one for you today. Yes, I do. This is called Fantastic Chicken. And the reason why I call it Fantastic Chicken is because it's just that. Fantastic. You guys gonna love this recipe. I asked you guys to try this recipe. I'm getting out a tablespoon because I forgot to put one up here because I'm gonna need it. Okay, so Fantastic Chicken. Let me give you the ingredients that you're gonna need for the sauce, okay, of our Fantastic Chicken, because our Fantastic Chicken is going to go on top of the stove and then we're going to put it in the oven, okay? So what you'll need for my Fantastic Chicken, you'll need some light brown sugar, and we're only going to use a half a cup of light brown sugar, okay? You're going to need some A1 steak sauce. We're going to use half the bottle of this A1 steak sauce. So listen up, it's half for everything, and then 2 tablespoons, okay? Half and then 2 tablespoons. That's easy to remember, right? Okay, half a bottle of A1 steak sauce you're gonna need. You're gonna need half of the soy sauce, okay? And I'm using less sodium soy sauce, okay? It's up to you what you want to use, okay? You're gonna need a steak marinade. I have a steak chop by Lawry's. So you're gonna need half of this. And I'm using all of this Worcestershire sauce, okay? So you're going to need some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to use all of this Worcestershire sauce. Okay, fresh lemon. If you don't have fresh lemon, you can use the concentrated, okay? This is still made with lemons, okay? So you can use it. This lemon juice. You only need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, okay? So 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. A half a bottle of the Worcestershire sauce, half of the steak marinade, any kind of steak marinade that you get, okay? Half of that, half of the soy sauce, and half of the A1 steak sauce, and a half a cup of a light brown sugar. Okay, now that's the ingredients that we're gonna do to cover our wings with. Okay, so I have my chicken wings here. They've been cleaned and they've been patted dry. Now what I'm gonna do is, I always do this. I'm spreading a little bit of oil over my chicken wings. Okay, and I'm going to season them with some kosher salt. Now, the only season that I use for this recipe, and I'm throwing this one in today because I wanted to change it up a little bit. But the only season that you will need for this recipe is salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper, okay? But I'm throwing in some Old Bay seasoning today. So I'm using sea salt. Now you can use sea salt, kosher salt, regular table salt, whatever kind of salt you use. So I got some sea salt on there. Okay, I'm using black pepper. I'm going in with my onion powder. So did you guys get a chance to see the cake recipes? The cake recipe that I did. The strawberry upside down red velvet box cake, and the oxtails and gravy recipe that I did. But it really wasn't a recipe, it was just my Sunday's dinner, because I already have a oxtail dinner on there, an oxtail recipe on there with me doing it in the oven. Okay, my garlic powder. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at that, you might want to look at it because those were some tasty recipes. I'm telling you, they ate up those oxtails. And the cake, I got half of the cake left. Half of the cake is still left. I made it on Sunday, so today's Tuesday. That's good. So now I'm going in with my Old Bay seasoning. And I don't know what made me just want to put Old Bay seasoning on my chicken wings this morning because I just felt like it. I just had one of those spur of the moment things sometimes. When you come up with something like that and you're working on something and then you get an idea of to do something, you gotta go with that idea because you don't know how it's gonna come out. Might be something, well, could be something good. Okay, not too much seasoning. Okay, so there we have our seasoning. So now I'm gonna wash my hands up. And we're gonna start with the sauce. Fantastic chicken. Because it's going to be just that. Okay, so over here, let me put a little light on. Y'all excuse me, I gotta reach. Let me turn my oven on. Okay, fantastic chicken. Okay, so let me turn the stove on. I ain't gonna work with that. Okay, so I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, now you're gonna preheat your oven and you're gonna like I said, 350 degrees, and it's only gonna bake for about 30 minutes. Okay, 35 minutes. Okay, longer than that if you want it crisp, 40. But we'll see. I'll let y'all know how long I'm gonna bake it, because usually I just do like 40 minutes to get it real crispy. Okay, so we're gonna do a half a cup of sugar. We're gonna add it in here, and we're gonna cook this on top of the stove for 30 minutes. So here's my, okay, sorry about that. So I have my half a cup of sugar in. Next we're gonna go in with, let me do it this way. We're gonna use half of the soy sauce. Okay, now I'm going to turn this down to low because I don't want anything to burn, okay? And we're going to boil this for 30 minutes. We're going to add the chicken back in it. Then we're going to take all this goodness and we're going to add it into our baking pan and place it in the oven. Okay, my A1 steak sauce. I'm going in with the steak marinade. Shake my butter up. Now by me just seasoning my chicken, and see the chicken is just seasoned real lightly. You can't hardly see it. It's not going to be salty, okay? Trust me on that, it's not. Okay, now we're going to go in with our Worcestershire sauce. Okay, we're going to go in with our 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Okay, now all we're going to do now is just stir it up. Let me get you guys up in here where you can see. Okay, it's starting to melt. Stir it to make sure that your sugar melts. And you can season this. We're gonna season it. But then I don't think we need to, we're gonna season it. Last time I didn't season it. Because we got enough season on our chicken and it's gonna come right in this pot. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to add my chicken in. Gonna let this come to a boil. Trust me, this is a different way of doing chicken, ain't it, y'all? But I promise you, it's gonna stand up to its name. I promise you that. Fantastic chicken. It's gonna live up to its name. So we're gonna boil this and make sure that your chicken is coated in this sauce. So we're gonna let this come to a boil for 30 minutes. That's it. The first part of this video is almost done. I meant to say of this recipe. It's almost done. So we're gonna let this boil for 30 minutes. And you want this sauce all up in these chicken wings. Or whatever your chicken you decide to use. You know, it's not, you can use thighs for this recipe, drumsticks, wings. I'm using drummies. Skinless thighs, boneless thighs, it don't matter. Now, I never did it with breast, chicken breast. But you know, chicken parts, it'll work. It'll work. Okay, so we just let this boil. I'm gonna turn it back on high so it can start boiling, because we need this to boil for 30 minutes. So once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, so I turned it on high to let it come to a boil, and then once it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn it down on low, medium high. That's what I'm gonna turn it on, and let it continue to cook for 30 minutes, and 30 minutes only. After the 30 minutes, I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna put this chicken and this sauce into this pan and place it into the oven. Okay, so we're gonna let this come to a boil, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, it's done been like 35 minutes, and I got busy doing something, so let me go turn these off. So we're just gonna add these in here in the baking pan, and then you're gonna take them and just layer them. Okay, the sauce and all. They hot, so and we're going to let these get crisp. Like I said, you're going to need a 350-degree oven. You're going to need your oven on 350 degrees, in other words. Keep checking on them, okay? I have one more left. That will go in there. So I'm going to spread the rest of this sauce on here. That takes too long. I want to make sure this one's too hot. Okay. So in a 350-degree oven, they're gonna go in, and I'm gonna keep them in there until it gets a little saucy, gets a little thick. Okay. And if it's not getting thick, you can always take some flour with some cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit. But we're going to let it just do its thing in the oven without me doing all that, okay? So I'll be back to y'all to show you what this fantastic chicken is looking like. See you in a bit. Alright, you guys. So, the wings have turned out the way I wanted them to. I let them stay in there for an hour. So, this is what they're looking like. Our fantastic wings. I'm just going to get ready and I did have that for me. Fix my plate. Oh, I don't fix my plate in this. They just tan up, y'all. Alright. It tastes good, y'all. Hope y'all like this recipe. If you do, like, share, and subscribe to Joanna's Kitchen. Once again, I thank you all for watching this video. And to the next video, God bless. I will see you guys back here later. Well, another day for another video. Until the next time, y'all have a good one. Fantastic Chicken Wings 101.